YouTube, what's going on today, guys? I'm going to be covering another video for tips and tricks in Dune Awakening. This time around, I'm going to be covering how to farm aluminum at the mid-game or end-game level in the deep desert, as well as finding more plant fiber and fuel cells in an efficient way. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the locations that I use to farm these resources and the best way to haul it back to Haga Basin. The deep desert has a ton of great resources to farm, guys, besides just the tier 6 resources as well as spice. If you're already in the end game, you might already have access to this, but a cargo carrier container is going to be your best friend along with a carrier to haul back resources into the Haga Basin area where you can refine it. You can do some of the processing out here if you'd like, but if you're like me, I like to do most things at the Haga Basin area where I have all my things put together for my wind traps as well as my storage containers and my refineries. Um, if you look over here, there's many different spots in the deep desert in which we can farm various resources, but several islands along the B and C line sector in the deep desert have access to a lot of aluminum. If you look on the map right here, you're going to see a lot of aluminum ore as well as fuel cells scattered throughout the islands. You're going to see a lot of these different islands scattered throughout this sector along the B and C line. And you can find some of the tier 6 resources out there as well. But for this video, I'm going to showcase you why you should farm your aluminum out in the deep desert instead of Haga Basin, because you can get a lot more bang for your buck since all these resources are close together, as well as doing this in both the PvE and PvP side of the deep desert. If you're going to go and do the PvP side, you're going to get that 2.5x multiplier for every resource node that you're going to be harvesting. This is going to make your runs a lot more efficient, but also poses the risk of running into other players if you're on a more populated server. Now, if you're doing it on the PvE side, like I am right now, it's going to be a slower process, but you're going to still get all those yields without any risk. Next up, guys, I want to show you the run I typically do to get the fuel cells around one of these islands. You can also mix in getting aluminum as well as plant fiber if you're here trying to farm all three of the resources. Typically, I will run and do these missions with a partner. So if you have an alternative account or a partner or somebody that can drive your buggy or has the gathering skill leveled up, you're going to get even more yield when you try to farm these resources. This is especially true if you are in the PvP side of the deep desert trying to do these activities. You can get 2.5x times the resources, and with a max gatherer, you can get about, I would say, 4 or 5 nodes, and you'll have a full inventory of the bigger buggy boot, a Mark 6 of the buggy. So the resources really do add up if you do this with somebody who has access to that. And just like that, guys, we have a full inventory already. Now, what I typically do, I will bring out 2 plastinium containers for this base. One I will use as the fuel and other components for the base, and the other one I will use for my actual transfer of items to my cargo container. So if you go up here, you have a container. You already have your cargo container set up. You can simply just transfer things out of the buggy, as simple as this. Transfer on over. and continue on your route to do this on repeat. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the video below. And I hope you enjoyed it, where you can subscribe or like my channel. If you have any other things that you want me to put out, please also comment about that as well. My goal is to grow this channel and put more Dune Awakening videos out in the short and the long term. Dune has a huge amount of potential with the Chapter 4 update coming out in a couple months. So I plan on releasing content leading up to that that'll be helpful for you to get ahead of the game and reach the end game and progression and be all set for that content to drop for you to have a good time in the sands and Dune Awakening. Thanks.